we're going to talk about the 5 steps in CNC manufacturing. If we want to manufacture a part similar to this or similar to this, there are 5 general steps that we do. Okay. The first step is we have to design the part. We design the part in SolidWorks. There's many types of CAD packages out there. CAD package that we use all the time here is SolidWorks. Once the part is actually designed, it comes over to our engineering department where we load it into MasterCam, and MasterCam generates cutter paths that you see here. So you need a cutter path to go around this particular part to machine out that part. You would also need cutter paths to drill all these holes and bore that hole in the middle. So that is what we do in MasterCam. Now I have a MasterCam part up right here. And you're going to actually see a demo of this part actually being manufactured right here. We're going to actually cut out this circle right here. We're going to drill these holes that you see in front of you. I have 3 tools to do that. So once it's actually designed in MasterCam and the cutter paths are drawn and it's all proven out and we approve it here, we have to generate what we call G-code. The way the G-code is generated is goes to a post-processor and it spits it out right here. This is actual G-code for that part. And what the G-code is cutter paths. It's all coordinates. You can see the X, Y coordinates, and that actually tells the machine where the cutter to move to manufacture this part. So that is step 1. Designing your part, sending over to MasterCam, generate cutter paths. Now we're going to look at step 2, which is you have to prep your work. So I know, for instance, this part is 4 inches by 4 inches. I have to cut that out on the saw across the shop. So if you guys want to come with me, we'll show you that next step. Okay, here we are. The part is actually coming off the saw right now. We actually cut this out already. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to file the parts. I'm going to file all the sharp edges, the burrs, and get it ready to go in the CNC milling machine. So this is part of the prep work right now. Okay, now we're over at our CNC milling machine. We're going to load the part in the machine, and we actually have to find the center of the part in order to start machining it, because the machine does not know where this part is while it's in that machine. We have to pick it up with what we call a probe. There's a probe in here that'll actually indicate the outside and find the center of our part, and that's what we're calling 0 today. From here, I'm actually going to call up the probe, and you'll get a chance to see what that does. This is a probe, and it will actually indicate the outside of the part once I move it into the center of our part, or thereabouts, or a close proximity to the center of the part. Okay, now our CNC milling machine knows exactly where the center of that part is by using that probe. The accuracy is within 1/10,000th of an inch with this probe. Okay, we actually talked about downloading code in order to cut out that part. This part that we have right here that we have drawn up. So the code that we talk about, the NC file or G code, is downloaded on a flash drive. Is one way of transferring all this data over to the machine is with a flash drive. Another way is a floppy disk, the standard floppy disks. And the third way is if we had a cable going from, it's called an RS-232 cable, if it was a cable going from the back of my computer over to the machine. which we don't do that here. Everything is done with using the flash drive. So I already downloaded this NC file on the flash drive. We're going to come over here to the machine. On this particular machine, it's put on the side of the control. I already did that. I already downloaded it. Here is the code. Here is the XY coordinates that will tell the cutters in the machine what to do. This code right here is what you will be learning in this program. Okay? I downloaded it. I want to simulate it. I want to actually see if I downloaded the right program. There it is. It cuts a circle and it's going to go around and drill those holes. So this is the actual simulation of it. It's really not a great 3D visual, but it gives you a great idea if you have the right program called up and if the cutters are going to the right locations. Okay, you've seen us download the program. You've seen us simulate it. Now we're going to actually run the part. So that's our next step. So I got it up in the window. Hit the cycle start button. Okay, this is the final part. You see the 5 holes in the right location. You see the diameter. Normally, before I take the part out, I'll actually measure it and just check and see if all the dimensions are correct. If they're not correct, what I can do is go back into the control, change some offsets, and remachine the part. But this is what you're looking for, and those are the steps of manufacturing a part on a CNC milling machine. I'd like to thank you for watching this segment on the 5-step process of manufacturing a CNC part. Stay tuned for the next video.